Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be going ahead and doing a weapon showcase for Calamity Mod Terraria. This episode we're going to be reviewing the Icicle Staff and the Frostbolt. Both of them are pre-hard mode, pre-boss weapons that you obtain from snow materials. First we have the Frostbolt. The Frostbolt does 10 magic damage, 3.9 knockback, uses 6 mana, and inflicts frostburn for a second upon contact. On the other hand, we have the Icicle Staff. The Icicle Staff does 12 magic damage, does 2 knockback, uses 6 mana, and does not inflict any debuffs, unlike the Frostbolt. One of the good things about the Icicle Staff that the Frostbolt cannot do is attack enemies while you're inside of an enclosed space. For example, I am fully surrounded by blocks here, and yet I can freely attack the target dummy on the other side of the wall. This is useful for certain situations where you don't want to get in contact with an enemy. These two weapons are fairly easy to craft. The Frostbolt is crafted from 20 ice, 2 shiverthorn, 10 snow blocks, and a water bucket, while the Icicle Staff is crafted from 25 of any ice block and 3 shiverthorns. The shiverthorns are the hardest part to get out of all of these things. They take a while to grow in the snow biome, so typically you only get one of these weapons before you have to go ahead and move on throughout the game, unless you want to grind for it, I don't know. But usually you only get one of them. The Frostbolt is capable of bouncing off of walls one time before shattering on the second hit. The same thing happens if it ends up hitting an enemy after the first bounce. It will just shatter upon contact. That is, unless you go ahead and shoot it straight through the enemy, which it can pierce once and then shatters on the second enemy. The Icicle Staff can allow you to go ahead and reveal ores underground, despite you being unable to attack underground. The particles will light up the underground quite well. Now as for the boss tests, we're going to be testing these weapons on both King Slime and Desert Scourge, using a variety of pre-boss gear. These include Topaz Robe, Mana Potions, a Grappling Hook, Hermes Boots, a Double Jump, Rover Drive, Aglet, and also Mana Jelly. I try not to use the Mana Potions that much, considering I don't personally bother with mana potions for Desert Scourge or King Slime that much. So I tried to go ahead and remove that as a variable as much as possible, although I did drink a couple of the potions. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? In conclusion, of these two weapons, I would say that the Frostbolt is more useful overall. In addition to having generally better fight times than the Icicle Staff for both of the Desert Scourge and the King Slime especially, it also has the ability to be, shot underground and do damage, unlike the Icicle Staff, which yes, you can shoot it underground, but you're not going to be doing any damage to mobs, which is where you would need a weapon, obviously. And personally, I would not recommend using these weapons against Desert Scourge or King Slime. I'd recommend getting the Coral Spout, which is the weapon I'm going to be reviewing after this. And in order to do that, you need to go ahead and defeat Syndrions in the underground desert. Underground is the key word here. So in general, I would say that the more useful option is the Frostbolt, with its higher DPS, piercing potential, and all of the above. Not saying that the Icicle Staff is useless, just that of the two, the Frostbolt is better. However, if you really wanted to craft the Icicle Staff, you could use the Wolfram Staff as a replacement for your lack of underground fire capability. That's up to you though. Using a robe with these weapons is a lot better than just using Wolfram armor because of the added mana capacity. For early game, that's really useful, especially with how quickly Frostbolt drains your mana compared to the Icicle Staff. Anyway, that's it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll hope to see you in the next one. What the hell?